Okay, well let's go. Let's do the Kuryakyn highway pegs. Got to pull these two fasteners out first. That's easy enough. And pull the cover off for the fog light. I'll unplug mine so I don't damage it. And then there's going to be one back here on the very rear we need to take off. While you've got this off, you might as well go ahead and drain the air cleaner of any water. There's a little tube buried up underneath here. So there's that one. This one has no shoulder on it. Completely different than the other two. And then this guy here, and it has a real deep shoulder. See if I can show you the difference. There we go. This one's got this real deep shoulder. This one, none. They go in specific places. There's a little clip down here, so I need to pull this, pop that clip loose, which is right here. Go ahead and pull this away from the back of the engine. And now I need to pull it forward to get a little hook out. A little hook right there. And it's off. Piece of cake. Let's see. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab this guy back. There's two little push pins. One, two. I'm going to keep all of this. I always try to keep everything I remove off the bike in case I got to go back with it. Put the push pins back to where they belong so I don't lose them. Because I will. And these fit really well. I mean, they fit almost perfectly when it's not on the bike. The problem that I had on the other side was that the mount, when we get it on, was almost like it was too far aft, so this would not line up. So we'll see what this side does. I'm going to go ahead, they tell you to go ahead and take the engine mount completely off. I kind of will, and kind of won't. You'll see. One screw here on the, one bolt on the front. The reason I don't want to take it completely off the bike is because I don't want to do my fog light. The driving lights. These guys. And there's one down here. This one usually gets kind of pretty corroded just from being so close to the exhaust. Just one to kind of watch. This one is going to be replaced with a long bolt that Kuryakyn provides in their kit. There's two, and then one more, which is right in here. Oops. Got it on backwards. Doesn't work too well. And all three of these engine bolts are the same length. And then the moon portion goes forward. That's how this has that little moon. And that just sits right in there like that. Now it really likes to sit in one place. I'm going to deliberately try to move this one a little bit farther forward. The problem that I had with the right side, and I'll go back and check it later, but these fasteners are cracked. I stripped one out just putting it in, and it just crappy metal. And I'm going to be changing those out with better quarter 20s when I get a chance. This is the bracket, the mounting bracket goes on the bottom. This is an 1/8 Allen wrench. So this guy just sits right in there like that. Countersinks on the bottom, and then they just screw right into the bottom of this mount. There's 3 screws for it. And they just put tons of thread lock on these bolts. I don't really know why they don't need to, but they do. So now that I have those kind of started, I don't want to completely tighten them up yet. I'm going to go ahead and put my engine mount back together. I mean the engine guard. Why I'm calling it an engine mount. One, two. So those are both started. And then I'm going to grab this long black one out of the kit. And unfortunately it's a different size socket. It's a 13 millimeter. So I got to change sockets. Why they couldn't keep things standard, I don't know. These are all millimeter, while the countersunk fasteners here on the bottom are quarter 20s. Why they're mixing standards is beyond me. Everything should be metric, or everything should be standard. The bike is all metric, so make everything metric. And I'm going to go ahead and tighten this all the way down. Change the socket. I gotta get up. They're pretty easy to put on. Only problem that I had was the fit of that outside cover. Okay, I still have this loose. Boy, that's just tight as can be now, because it's hitting the bottom of the engine. Interesting. Okay, well, let's see how well this will go on. See how good the fit is right now. One of the problems I had on the other side was just getting this little tab to lock in, which I'm having the same problem again. There it is. And then there's push pins here, rubber grommets. Put that down in. So I think I'm going to have the same problem over here. When this guy goes on, it just doesn't fit worth a flip. And see how far gapped it is here? It just is what it is. And let me get a piece of wood. Be right back. Since I haven't completely tightened these 3 bottom fasteners, I'm going to try to see if I can knock this forward any. To see if it will line up with this plastic any better. This side's better on the top, but there's still this big gap here on the front. And it's not sitting all the way down. Try this other cover. See if it fits any better. Same thing, just this huge gap on the front. These covers just don't fit worth a flip. So, dang it. So this one's going to be the same as the other side was. Just not going to fit up very well. And this is a real pain to get this cover off now, because of that forward tab. There we go. I used to have the Kuryakyn Longhorns installed on this bike, and I had them mounted on the engine guard. So I had these covers before when I had those installed, and they sit right into this opening. The only thing I don't like about them is that they don't close up the bottom, and I wish that they did. I do have some black trim. I might put that on later. We'll see. I didn't do it before when I had the Kuryakyn Longhorns on. But that seems to work better than the covers that Kuryakyn supplies. At least in my case. Before I put that on, I do need to tighten those on the bottom. So let me get down here. And I'm going to be even more careful this time, just not to put much torque on them at all. Yes, that one's already locked into place. Dang. So I'm going to have to loosen the engine mount, get those in. I really like the way that it locks itself against the engine, but it is what it is. Now on this side, you got to be sure and tighten this bottom engine mount bolt before you put the cover on. On the other side, you can put the cover on without tightening it. You can still get to it with the cover on. But this one you can. I don't, a little bit designed different. But I'll just go ahead and just tighten them all 3, because I'm done. Now the hard part, getting this cover back on, getting this hook in, that's the challenging part. Kind of just pushing and tweaking. There it goes. Yeah, it's broken. It cracked. That doesn't surprise me. It's so disappointing at Kuryakyn. So I guess I don't have to worry about that little hook, because it's gone now. It snapped at the last minute there. The fastener that has no shoulder goes on the rear. have it actually, you know, thinking about it. That little hook was going to get broken one of these days anyway during routine maintenance. Can't help but. This is the one with the heavy shoulder. I always get them started and I pull the plastic out so I don't end up cutting the plastic. And then one more, I mean two more. Get my lights here, plug those in. So that's pretty easy, huh? Okay, that's that. Now I just gotta go get the pegs. Okay. And I think because of the way they tap that in there, god dang, that's hard to get go in. It doesn't want to go in. I may have to go put this on a vise and tighten it down for the first time, or go get a die and tap out the hole. Yeah, it just stops. That's bizarre. Okay, well, I'm going to go off camera and play with this a little bit. So I decided I would go ahead and film this because the last one was pretty ugly. And just put a little bit of WD-40 in there. Okay, and when I took it out, it's pretty dirty. Man, that's just really pretty tough. Maybe they have some Loctite down in there, I don't know. That's good enough. When I looked down in the hole, it just looked dirty with machining debris. Don't say anything about my toolbox. It's a friggin' mess. What can I say? Yeah, that's just lots of crap digging out of that hole. Much better. And then I have to put any Loctite on it later, then I will. I'll put my own on. That's still loose. Now she's tight. I'm gonna wash that out a little bit more. And look at all the crap. It's like we're cutting new threads down in there. I don't think that's Loctite. Okay, there we go. Go back to the bike. So now it's just time to figure out what's the best position for me. So I'm gonna go with the front, which kind of hides the rear two openings. So if that's turned about like so. So this will just take time until I get where I want to be. Actually, that's pretty good right there. For me, I'm 5'8". Well, here it is. They're installed left and right. I had to tighten that bolt on the peg so that it would actually hold it. It just kept flopping down. But I mean, it looks good. I used the show chrome black covers there to close it out because the chrome ones that it came with wouldn't fit. All in all, looks great.